In this video, we're going to be working through a couple of examples where we're given the area of a circle and we need to work out the radius and diameter of that circle. So my first one here, I have an area of 100 centimeters squared and I need to find the radius. Well, I know that the area of any circle is equal to pi multiplied by the radius squared. And I know my area is 100, and that's equal to pi times radius squared. I'm going to rearrange this so I find out what r is. So first of all, I'm going to be dividing both sides by pi. Because if I do that, on this right-hand side, I'm left with just the radius squared. Pi times radius squared divided by pi leaves me with just the radius squared. I'm one step closer to finding the radius now. Now I've got 100 divided by pi equals the radius squared. Well, I'm going to need to square root both sides here, because if I've got radius squared, the opposite of squaring something is square rooting it. So if I square root both sides, square at the left-hand side, I've got 100 over pi, the square root of, and I've got the right-hand side equal to r, because the square root of r squared is r. So now I've got my radius. I'm going to use my calculator. What I suggest you do is type in 100 divided by pi first, pressing equals, and then pressing the square root button and the answer button to work out your answer. And you have that the radius is equal to 5.64189, and the answer carries on. Remember, we need to leave our answer to 2 decimal places. So that's going to be 5.64 to 2 decimal places. And my units will be centimetres, because my area is in centimetres squared. Okay, this question here, I have an area of 26.4 metres squared. I need to find the diameter. My area is equal to pi multiplied by the radius squared. Because I need to find the diameter, I probably should find the radius first, and then I can double my radius to find my diameter. So 26.4 equals pi times the radius squared. Again, I'm going to be dividing both sides by pi. So on this side, I've got 26.4 over pi. And on this side, I'm left with r squared. I'm then going to square root both sides, so that on the right-hand side, I just have the radius. Okay, into my calculator, 26.4 divided by pi, and then I'm square rooting that answer. My radius is equal to 2.8988, and the answer carries on. I need to find the diameter though. So I should know that the radius of my circle is half of the diameter. So I'm going to double this value for my radius. And if I double the value, I will get the diameter, which is 5.7977. And I need to give my diameter to 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. It's either 5.79 or 5.80. Because of the 7 here, we can see that it's closer to 5.80. And my units are metres, and that's been rounded to 3 significant figures.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.